Hey, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live, tap the bell 30 minutes before market close, Monday through Friday. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here, you're the first ones here, hit the like button, say what up, what is going on. Good morning. Micah, Rob, Hank, Jeff, Rodney, Eric, Slick, Tobin. Home today. They shut down work yesterday and today. Oh, man. What's going on? Keith, Alec. We have currently S&Ps are up 19, Dow's up 228, and NASDAQ up 167. Quite a wild ride. You can see how many alerts I have set up over here to blow up my phone if we start getting in some trouble here. You know. Yo, Eric, I'm thinking about Uber. Yeah, we can take a look. We can take a look at Uber. Uber is kind of for me, honestly, is I'm on the fence because one, transit is going to be down, so transportation is going to be down because nobody's out, so people aren't going to be taking Ubers. However, the Uber Eats business is going to be up. So I don't know if it's gonna be enough to balance it out, man. That's my only concern about Uber. So, good morning, Kelly. How you doing? If you're here right now, say what up. I don't know about you guys, but I used to get I scheduled these live streams, and I used to get it saying, hey, it shows in your feed. And lately, I haven't. Like the last 2 days, I've scheduled streams, but the video doesn't show up in my YouTube subscription feed. It's kind of weird. Colin, Lion, Reggie, say if you're just joining, say what's going on. Let me know if that's the case for you, because I don't know. I don't know why that is. But you know, to kind of go, I'm gonna go over my trades here in a second. But we had a wild ride. You know, right now the S&Ps last night. You see this? There's a pretty big wall here at 2450. We did push up last night to 2500 unexpectedly, and then actually NASDAQ futures, if we look at NASDAQ futures were limited up. They got halted last night, and now they're back in. And ever since they got halted, you can see that NASDAQ futures dropped after the halt, and then after the halt, S&P futures and Dow futures are also dropping. So I don't know about you guys, or I think maybe they should take off the limit up halt. What do you guys think? Hank, I am not adding yet to any long-term portfolio. Right now, all my long-term portfolios I'm letting sit to rot. I'm making money in options, and we're going to evaluate when some real economic data come out. You know, we're still in the very beginning stages here. I don't feel comfortable going long. Tilray up 70% in 2 days. Well, Tilray is also down like 99% since its high. So I mean, TLRY. If we're looking at Tilray, I mean, it's not even a question. Look at it's up 70%, but you can't even tell that the bar, like you can't even tell that it was green today on the bar, on the chart here. You know, so. Yeah, I wouldn't like any business right now. If you're gonna invest long term, you know, and this is just my perspective, not investment advice, just disclaimer out there. If you're going to buy any stock right now and you want to hold it 20 years, 30 years, whatever the case is, buy something that was making a profit and has cash on hand. So I'm talking about companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, companies that were cash cows, Facebook, that were making money and also built up billions of dollars in reserve to weather the storm. Disney's kind of on the fence because they need that physical. The parks are a lot of their revenue and a lot of the experience for them. They do have money on hand. They were making profits, but you know, any company like a Tilray or Kron or anybody, even Tesla, I wouldn't invest right now because they need debt to survive. And as debt becomes, you know, I don't know what they're going to do if there's a credit crisis in the corporate world, which we're probably anticipating. You know what I mean? So if you're going to invest in any company, invest in a company that has cash on hand to weather the storm, like a Berkshire Hathaway. You know, get some Berkshire Hathaway, get some Apple. If you really feel the need to invest. If you don't feel the need to invest, like me, you know, being younger, hopefully I have time on my side if we make it through this. And yeah. But anyways, getting back to things right now. So I'm gonna go over some of my trades. So I actually didn't sleep last night very well. My son had some sort of allergic reaction, so he slept in my bed. He had kind of like hives on his back, so he slept in my bed last night, and he likes to sleep sideways. So between me and my wife, so it was a rough night. And then my daughter was getting up in the middle of the night. Maybe they just missed us, I don't know, but she was just getting up. So I'm like, I'm on another level. So, but going through my trades here real quick, I was able to take some profits overnight last night. MES. So I don't know if you guys were watching me, but yesterday, if you guys were paying attention to my portfolio yesterday and kind of what was, and I'm already on my second cup, Rob. I mean, no, it's right here. I'm on my second cup already. I look like I just smoked like a pound of weed. We're good. You know. But last night I was able to take off MES. I think that Tastyworks has this wrong. They're taking my P&L day for my realized profit. I gotta do the math here. I think I only made like $390, $400 on this. But yesterday, I had two contracts. Yesterday, if you guys remember, I was actually down on this position about 450 on this position. I closed it out for, they're saying 610. I think it's around 390. I think this number realized profit is wrong. They're taking whatever is in this column, putting it in this column. Sometimes that glitches up like that. I think I made around $390, $400, not 610. But that's irrelevant. You know, what I did yesterday is, I'm going to kind of go you, my first mistake here is buying at resistance. So I bought the contract 24.35. I bought this contract 24.35. Then I averaged down at 23.59. So I'm going to show you right here, you know, what I did wrong and why you shouldn't do this. And, you know, let me zoom in over here. So yesterday I bought it when it was 24.35. So it was trying to spike. It spiked up to 24.50 and I was profitable. But if you look at the intraday, there's a clear wall here. We hit this once, we hit this twice, and the third time we hit it, got rejected. I should have took profits because it was an clear intraday triple top. I didn't take profits and I sucked it and I ate it on the way down, right? On the way down. And usually what I like to do, because I don't know, I was dumb yesterday. I overtraded a little bit. I thought with enough momentum we could bust through this on the third try. And we didn't. And it came down. I was down about 450, 470, 420, something like that. I don't know. But so when it came back down here, I bought another one at 23.59 when it was on its way up to recovery. And then I sold it. I sold it this morning at 1:53 a.m. So this morning, 1:53 a.m. I sold it when it was pushing back up here. I sold it at 24.35. So as you can see here, my first contract I would break even on because I bought that at 24.35. I sold both of them at 24.35, and the second one I bought was 23.59. So when I average down, what I like to do when I average down is I actually, like, let's say I bought one high, I would like to buy another, and this goes the same for options, not just futures. This has nothing to do with futures. This is the way I like to average down if I still believe in the trade and maybe I got a bad entry. What I like to do, and I didn't do it this time, but what I normally like to do is, let's say I got a bad price or a bad entry, it goes against me. I like to do like a 2-for-1 ratio. So if I buy one contract, I like to buy two contracts when averaging down. And I don't do that. I don't average down more than one time. However, I was really the reason why I didn't do a 2-for-1 is because I was a little bit nervous that we're gonna get a flush to 2,300, and I didn't want to lose triple. And that's the risk that you run. So if you're averaging down, you have to, your technical analysis has to really be sure. Otherwise, if you average down, you're gonna be losing double or triple that amount. So when I haven't really been averaging down in this market. I've been like on Apple last week or a couple days ago when I was losing on Apple, I opened a position on SPY to offset those losses. Instead of averaging down Apple, I opened a brand new position, and I actually closed Apple out for a loss the next day, but SPY held me up in the profit zone. So I also like to do that to offset losses. So if you timed it poorly, got a bad entry, if you made a mistake, we make mistakes. I made a mistake. And we all make mistakes in this market, but you can recover, and that's why it's good to always have some cash on hand. Like, don't go all in on a position. You don't have any money to play defense. So, are you day trading options? Yeah, I day trade options. I did it yesterday a little bit, but that was my mistake here. I actually didn't think it was going to blow through the lid, it rip up to 2,500. I thought it could. My thesis, but that's why I took profits at 24.35. It was getting really close to 24.50. I wanted to go to bed. I didn't want to risk it, and now look what happened. You don't know what the market is going to do. You just have to you just have to use your proper risk management. And I'm glad that I took profits. Took a nice swing, being negative to positive. Being negative 500 to being positive 600. That's a really nice swing, and there's no reason to be greedy. A lot of people will be like, oh man, I've been in this trade. I've been working so hard for this trade. I'm back into positive. I'm going to be a little bit greedy here. Like, bro, you just were negative on that trade, like $500, maybe $1,000. It comes back into the green where you're making $500. Take it, redeploy it, relax. Like, you don't have to. In this case, sure, I would have made a lot more money holding the 2,500, 2,590. But two, I would have had to stay up till 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, which I didn't want to do. Well, actually 2:45, and I had to sit another 45 minutes. 45 minutes after I sold it, ripped up. But then I didn't know if it was going to reject and go back to 2,400, and which it did. If you're just joining, say what up, and hit the like button. Appreciate it. Then in Costco, Costco I'm down on at close. I was actually down. I think I was down around 300. They're saying I got some money back because Costco. I bought the 305 call. I liked where it was on the intraday, and I'm gonna give you my thesis right now for the market after I get through these trades and kind of what I'm doing here. I like that I was making lower highs on the intraday. I thought that we could pop up today to 320, which is why I bought the 305 call. It expires today, so if you're going to buy options on Thursday that expire on Friday, one, you have to know what you're doing. If you're a new trader, do not do this. Do not do this. Do not do this. You could lose a lot of money. But if you do it, buy something that's in the money. If you buy an out of the money option and it expires the next day, Theta is going to tear you a new one. So don't do it. Don't do it. If you're new to trading, don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. If you're experienced, you can take the risk. So I have this 305 call. I'm thinking we're going to pop back up. I'm thinking we're going to pop up to 315, 318 area if today can hold. And right now S&Ps are holding this 2400 area. Why do so many people trade SPY? It has always high volume, but the pricing isn't that cheaper than many other options. Carmine, it's about liquidity right now. Right now, I'm outside of Costco. I'm exclusively trading Apple, SPY, and S&P futures. Those are what I'm going for, mainly because of liquidity. And you want to stay liquid. Even in Costco, like, I'm pretty experienced, but I have a hard time with the spreads on Costco, and this volatility could easily, if you don't know what you're doing, go against you instantly. So just be aware. Good day, everyone. Matthew from Australia. Hope you're staying safe out there. Hope everyone is staying safe. Can place some stocks on dips and sell on resistance from this week. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I would prefer right now to tie up my buying power on options versus stocks. And I'm gonna let you know what my market thesis here is in a second on why I think we're going up and where I think we're heading. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but very well could be. The reason why I'm looking up is because my chat board is up on this top screen here. So I think I might try to move it over here, but we'll see. How are you trading options at night? So you could trade futures, and then you could trade options on futures at night. Futures are open all night. You should do a futures trading video. Yeah, I mean, futures have been really helping out, as you can see here. We're really helping out my P&L, mainly because you can take advantage of things that happen after hours. As you guys know, like the government, the White House, things happen. A lot of times they wait for the market to close, so that way it doesn't rattle up the market too much. But futures are trading when the news comes out. So that's why ever since the Iran bombing and that whole thing, I've been focusing. I normally haven't been trading futures over the last few years, mainly because overnight futures would move like 2-3 points a night, 5 points a night. But now we're getting 200-point swings on futures at night, and you can make money if you have a good entry. And as you can see here, if you want to get some rest, if you think you're not going to sleep, I set up 3 alerts to blow up my phone if things got a little rocky, because I'm like, all right, I don't want to lose any more money than down in here. And I like to, when I set my alerts, I set 3 alerts to say, okay, at this price, watch the chart, see what's happening. These prices, GTFO. You know what I mean? Well, if you're trading MES, which is the mini futures, or the micro, I guess you can call them the micro futures, it costs for one contract about $1,000 in buying power, $1,100, $1,200 in buying power on Tastyworks. If you're, I was trading ES options, so /ES options, you could do that too. But since they got so pricey, I've been focusing just on buying the actual futures contract on MES. So I hope that makes sense. So I trade options, but I've been getting into futures because of the opportunities that we have right now, and right now I'm trying to beef up my P&L. So I'm going to get into my market thesis right now, and one of the things is, like I said, we haven't got any reporting upcoming job losses. I'm saying be careful here, guys. Be careful here. Unemployment websites across the country are crashing almost daily. I know, especially in Illinois. They're saying the worst month during the financial crisis saw non-farm payrolls decrease by 800,000. I think there's about 20% unemployment. We potentially, when we're all said and done here, can go 50 to 60% unemployment. It depends on how long we're locked in right now. But I definitely think that we're at 20% already. I personally know people getting laid off left and right. People that worked at O'Hare Airport, people that worked in hotels, and I'm talking about big hotels, Marriott. They're getting laid off left and right, and that's all. I mean, it's a lot. So just be aware that the reporting is going to come out. It's going to be a mess. Now the question is, how much did the market price in? How much did it not price in? Now, if we're looking at today, one of the biggest concerns right now is that in the U.S., coronavirus cases just jumped up 4,000 cases in one day in the U.S. Okay, and the reason for that is probably because we're doing more testing. I'm not too worried because they were already here, but we didn't know about them because we weren't doing testing. But now that we're doing more testing, we're gonna have more cases. That's just how it's gonna come. This is how it's gonna go. But what I'm thinking here is, we're actually coming back down to break even on the day here for looking at SPY. But what I'm looking at, we have a break here. So that's what I mean. That's why you take your profits, because look what happens here. Take your profits. I might get screwed on Costco today, but since I made enough money back, we might be okay. But what I'm kind of thinking here, the market is going to try to digest this, and depending on if today's green, we might dip red. S&Ps might dip red. They went from being up 100 points down to only being up 6 right now. So I don't know what's happening, but we'll see. We'll see what price action tells us. But what I was thinking is we might get, if we haven't had 2 green days in a row. If you look, any green day was met with selling here. We had a green day, sold off. Green day, sold off. Green day, sold off. We haven't had 2 green days in a row since December 28th to March 2nd, which was weeks ago. We haven't had 2 green days in a row. And I said, if they can maybe lock in 2 green days in a row, it'll build a little bit of confidence, and we might try to push up to the 260 area. And I'm not saying that we're going to recover up to 300 or anything. I think that we could, like, if it looks like we're trying to flatten out, make a higher low. A lower. Man, my brain is not working. Lower high. We're making a lower high here, and we're pushing up. And I think that we could potentially go to 255, 260. Now, I'm not talking like it's going to swing all the way up to 300 and recover. Like, some people here are acting like a green day is gonna freaking push us back to 330. That's not gonna happen. I'm thinking we're gonna come back up to 255, maybe 260 at the most. Now, this is my opinion. I don't know what you guys think here. I think we're gonna push 255, 260, and this is where, it's pretty easy for most people to get lucky making money. All you have to do is short, and if it goes against you, you just have to hold. This is where the real traders are going to come out above the rest, over the lucky traders. There's lucky traders right now, and there's real traders. So, which side? Be mindful of where your experience level is. If you're making bags and bags and bags of money, and you just started trading like 2 months ago, you might not be where you think you are. Okay, you might not be where you think you are. So, don't be too cocky and short every rip, and just pay attention to the chart, pay attention to the price action, because we're looking like it likes this 240 area. S&P is like the 2400 area. As you can see, it's been gripping 2400. It goes above, it goes below, but it keeps spiraling back to 2400 here. It keeps coming back to 2400. Same with SPY. We're coming back to 2400. You look, it's 240. You see, we popped up, came back down, dropped, came back to 240. Popped down, came up, came back, closed at 240 yesterday. So I'm not saying we're bottoming here, but the market is trying, since we dropped so fast, is trying to price the market accordingly. It's trying to figure out what the price should be. And it's going to take some time to digest. I'm glad that it's slowing down a little bit, because we need it to digest what's going on. But I don't think we're going higher than 260, honestly. But we might have 2 to 3 slower green days. Let's say today ends up green and it's a slow grind up to 250, 255. I mean, today could be explosive green day, or we could, my original projection was we were gonna push up, gap up, and fade the rest of the day, but it looks like it's already doing that. So I don't know. But right now, it likes this 240 area, so it depends on open if we're gonna push up or if it's just gonna sit here or what. And yeah, like I said, today's a quad witching day, so some funny money things are gonna happen today. So be aware. I'm riding in today. That's why I took off my S&P futures contracts. That's why I'm riding only one. I'm riding one call right now. I do have SPG short, but it's for 60 days out, so I don't really. It's not really like a day trade that I'm focusing on right now. Something on the back burner. So you don't think the stim package will boost it? It's not gonna be enough. If companies are shut down for 2 months, 6 months, it's not going to be enough. Companies cannot hold on. And what do we trade in the market? We're trading underlyings, right? Companies, stocks. So, SPY runs on underlyings, which is whatever's in the S&P 500, right? So, I'm thinking, my thesis is people are going to try to short, get sucked in, and lose some money here when we pop up to 255, 260. This area in here, we're potentially going to drop down hard. And when we haven't had any real reports, jobless loss, we haven't gotten any car sale data, manufacturing data, any of that. When that stuff hits, I think we're going to have another 10 to 15% leg down. We're going to be, at the end of this, we're going to be 40% down. And I don't think, it might not stop there. I mean, realistically, the longer we're shut down for, the price we're gonna go lower. I think we're gonna be potentially, if we're shut down for 6 months, 8 months, SPY is gonna bleed out to 150, 180. Because there's no profits, there's no revenue. When companies report earnings, what are they gonna report on? What's Marriott, Hyatt, and all those people gonna report on? No foot traffic, no revenue. I mean, like, what are quarterly reports going to be? Think about that. Earnings reports. What's guidance going to be? We don't know when we're going to open again. We're just going to wait, hang out, hope we survive. I don't, what I mean? Like, what? The stock market moving forward from this point on is not going to work the way it was working, being shut down. There's going to be no guidance. CEOs don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. They're going to have no revenue and definitely no profit. They're trying to secure loans, stuff like that, which means they're building up their debt with no way to pay it back. So be mindful of buying the dips, because this is just the beginning. We're in the very, very, very beginning. The market is trying to price in the stuff. Right now we're at 14, we're up to 14,000 cases in the US, and the market is green. Normally, a couple weeks ago, that would set us down. We would be gapping down 7%, 8%, 10%. We would be gapping down 8%. But the market's green. So it's trying to price this in right now. It's trying to figure out what the price should be. But I'm telling you right now, this is not over. A couple green days in a row. If we even have 4 green days in a row, this is not over. It's preparing for a sharp leg down. And that's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think? I mean, this is the way that I see it. This is the way that I've been trading. So far, I've been trading very well. Not to toot my own horn, but things have been going well for my trades on both. I made money going long yesterday. I make money going short. So I prefer to make money going long, of course, right now, because I would prefer the stock market go higher and then we go down versus just a straight bleed down. You know what I mean? Because we just can't do that. We can't do that. We need some green days to take away. And it's okay if we get a little choppiness, but just bear in mind, when we have choppy trading is when traders will get destroyed. When you've made as much as you have in 1 hour, 1 day, or one trade, how do you not get a little cocky? I don't pay attention to my account balance. I don't pay attention to my last trade. I don't pay attention to any trade, Tobin. Once I close a trade, I focus on my next setup. And then right now, like on Costco, I figure out how I'm going to get out of this one. Like, for me, it doesn't matter anymore that I close on. I met the criteria. I played defense. I won. I got out. I forget about it. Costco, I'm down on right now. My goal right now is to get out of this break even or positive, right? So all my energy is going to be spent on that. I'm not focusing on how much money I made. I don't look at percentage money that I made this month. I don't look at anything. I focus on what's in front of me and the issues. Right now, my issue right now is Costco. So how do I resolve that issue? Can I resolve that issue? I already lowered my risk this morning because I was like, well, if I don't want both these to go against me, they're already both going against me. So I got out one, so this will help offset any losses here. I can still come out above. You want to mitigate damage. In this market, you're going to put a trade on. It's going to go against you at some point. It's up to you how to mitigate that damage. You either start doing damage control, trying to offset the losses, or a lot of people, what they do is double, triple, quadruple down, and then they blow up their account. For me, I don't like to do that. So I try to play, like, instead of averaging down the same thing, I try to offset my losses by trading a different symbol. Like the other day, I was down on Apple. I traded SPY. If we get an early boost at opening, are you looking to lock in profits? Yes, because also this Costco call expires today. So if you bought options expire today, time is not your friend. It's a hand grenade. Play hot potato. It's gonna explode. Get rid of it and move on to the next. That's what we can do. So I'm just going through some of these comments. Do you trade earnings? I do trade earnings, but earnings don't matter right now. Thoughts on the triple witch? What does that mean for us? It means that it's going to get a little people that wrote these contracts, if they are underwater, hopefully they've rolled out of this expiration already, so it might not be that bad. A lot of people already, like big money's already done damage control, assessed the situation, and rolled into different expirations. So hopefully that's the case and it's not too rocky. I'm thinking that's the case. It might not be too bad today because the size of the move that we've had in this last quarter, they might have moved already into next month or next quarter's expiration. So hopefully that is the case, so it's not too rocky. How far in the money do you trade for intraday trading? I try to buy at the money or the first strike in the money right now. I don't go too deep. Agree, terrible times are coming. Here we go. Yeah, we got markets about to open right now. Let's see what we got. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay, guys. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna be doing some yoga live stream here. calm people down. you know. I don't think trading would be as stressful if we weren't facing some sort of health crisis. All right, so hopefully I don't get ripped a new one right now. I am down on Costco. I'm down 370. It's opening at 306 right now, so we'll see what happens. It is green, so we'll see what happens on Costco right now. S&Ps are up 30, Dow's up 257, Nasdaq up 133, gold's up about 18, VIX down 6, and oil is down 54 cents. So if we can get VIX lower, VIX under 70 right now is what I was looking for to go higher. We're at 68. So if we can stay, if 70 on VIX acts as resistance, that would be ideal. Don't know. Actually, VIX is down. Yeah, VIX is down 5%, but slow and low, baby. Like I always say, take profits, redeploy capital. If you guys enjoyed the stream so far, hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Also, at what time is it going to be? 11:45 a.m. 11:45 a.m. Trump and them is going to be delivering an update. Okay. So, Trump is going to be delivering an update. Market seems to be at market's like pause right now. Definitely practice your breathing. Take a couple breaths. I'm gonna start wearing my Apple Watch again. That sets my breathing timers again. But yeah, I would definitely have been losing on the S&P if I held. Don't bag hold. Take your profits. Redeploy. All right, Costco. I need higher. See if we can get it. Right now I'm down. Right now I'm down on it 250, but it's gonna move quick. Just lost 162. Just be careful, guys. I think that we're gonna be moving a little bit higher. If we're looking at the S&Ps here, I think we're gonna be moving a little bit higher. But I'm thinking S&Ps push to 2450, have some resistance here. See if we can push through. I don't know, but I'm just saying. We gotta take it easy here, Stay focused. Just going, making sure I get this. The polo, what's going on? If you're just joining, say what's going on. Say hi. I like to meet everybody. I don't know who's watching. I just try to get in touch with everybody that is in our community. If you guys haven't yet, I do post all my trades. Some people ask me where do I do this? I post all my trades in Discord. So I have a place called Nick's Trades on Discord. I post them all on there. And also we have a great community here that you can chat with, ask questions, option questions. You can post your wins and losses. We have some cool robots here posting earnings. Upgrade downgrade bot. We have the news bot, so all the news comes to us. So we have some tools in here. Help us out with the trading, get some information to us. We want to make sure. For me, I try to make it as easy as possible, where the information is flowing to us instead of us spending time going into that. Appreciate you, Carmine. You've been watching for a minute. All right, so I'm watching here if we're gonna get a push up to 2450. I'm not sure. Apple right now, everything's kind of just chilling right now, consolidating right now. Nothing's really happening. Yeah, news bots are great. Yep. So we got some in the Discord to kind of get that information to us. However, there's just so much information flowing right now. The nice thing that I like about the news bot in the Discord is that you can search for company names. You can say, okay, did CNBC drop an article about Apple or whatever? So that's the nice thing about it versus going through Google. You can do that too, but I find it easier to sift through the Discord and have that data come to you. So right now I'm still in the money on Costco. I have that 305 call, and that's why it's important. I'm down an additional $36 from yesterday. I'm down 69 now. It's kind of fluctuating. So hopefully hopefully we can get a little bit of rip up so I can get out. Tesla right now is up 12. Doesn't look good for Tesla. Tesla doesn't look good. It needs a pop up here. Okay, we're getting a move to the upside right now. Take a look at the Qs. Okay, Qs might be pushing up. We're looking like S&Ps are trying to push up. So who's gonna win the battle? Tug of war. VIX is going down. Is Robinhood glitching? I don't know. I don't use it. Let me see if Robinhood says all things are operational, but we don't know. All right, so things look like Apple looks like it's going to push. If Apple can push, SPY can push. I'm watching this 2450. We're getting a solid push here to 2450 right now. SPG, so I'm short SPG right now. I shorted it on this spike up yesterday. Like I said, Simon Property Group, they just closed down pretty much all their malls across the U.S., so I expect more of a bleed back down to 40, maybe even lower. So that's why I'm currently short SPG. So, any questions, concerns, stocks you want me to look at before I hop off here? What do you guys think? Any stocks you want me to pull up? See what you're looking at. I think I'm getting in trouble here on Costco. We'll see. Tesla, HYG. HYG. Yeah, these ETFs I would be very, very, very careful with. Be very, very, very careful with. These are the type of ETFs that could blow up. I mean, for me, I would just stay away. Stay away. Yeah, Tesla right now. Tesla is trying to recover, but they're gonna shut down their plant in California. So I don't like it. Any pops, I would short. If it tries to push up the 500, 470 area, I would for me, my opinion would be to short it. The heck is Amazon doing it? Amazon is going nuts, parabolic right now because, like I said, you don't want to short services that are going to remain open. Amazon, Walmart, Target, Costco, Kroger, Walgreens, Rite Aid, any services that are going to be open, you don't want to short because people are going to be flowing their money through there. They're the only ones going to be posting profits and revenues. So people are probably using them as safe havens. And also, Amazon said they're going to hire 100,000 people. Also, Walmart said they're going to hire like 150,000 people. I mean, these people are signing up for the draft over here, bro. I mean, it's going to get real. Tesla's going to make respirators. Yeah, I don't know. Can they sell them? Can they make money on that? I don't know. New York Stock Exchange is shutting down on Monday, going to electronic mode only. It's already done in Chicago. They've already shut down the trading floor in Chicago. Zoom. Yeah, I mean Zoom is great. I just don't know if it's worth this price. I'm very cautious up here at like the 130. If it could push up above like 135, 140, I would see about maybe building a position, but I typically don't like to chase stocks like this. But they're going to be reporting growth. Microsoft might be reporting growth. I know that their Microsoft Teams product, their usage doubled within like a week, 2 weeks. So TTD. So Trade Desk, I mean, kind of like I was saying, like SPY and all that, you want to be careful of these pops. Right now, can it get above 180, 185 area, push to 200? That is really what I'd be looking for to get long. If it doesn't, then I can get short down to, the 150s again, 160 area. LUV, Southwest Airlines. Yeah, I mean, any of the airlines, I think that we would have to wait on, I think it's too early to do anything with the airlines, like buying them and stuff like that. We have to wait. Buy spread price doesn't match what it says in the Analyze tab. Brooklyn Kids, you're talking about Tastyworks? Yeah, I mean Tastyworks seems a little bit messed up this morning because I said my real life profit was 610, but my P&L day profit was 610. I think it is only like 390 or something like that. So looks like we're getting the bleed. We're getting the bleed job here. I'm getting hit on Costco. We'll see what happens here. If Costco is holding at 300, I might average down my contract, but it's extremely risky. We'll see. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see what happens here. Hold on, Thinkorswim. Just trying to catch up here. Oh, Twitter, Alec. So I'm concerned about Twitter and Google and Facebook in terms of revenue, because if companies are not doing well, they're not going to be advertising and they're going to be cutting their advertising budget, and Twitter needs, and Facebook and those types of companies need advertising to sustain through this. So I think it really depends on advertising budgets and revenues based on advertising, because that's the only way that Twitter or Facebook make money is through advertising, right? Also selling your data, but most of it's advertising, right? So I would like, for me right now, I would be shorting. I know it looks good. If it comes back up to 29, I think I would build a short position. 29.30, I would probably try to build more of a short position back down to 25, 20. But that is just me. USO, Rinji. Okay. Are we going negative here? Looks like S&Ps are trying to go negative. We're at 0 right now. Hang on, guys. hang on. All right. USO, I mean, oil right now, 24, it's down. I mean, the thing with oil is there's no demand. There's a lot of supply. Before this crash, everyone was they were trying to take market share of oil and crash the price and gain market share. And then it was just kind of like the 1-2 punch. Now they were flooding the market with supply, but now they flooded the market with supply, and nobody's driving around. Companies are shut down, so there's no demand. So it's like twice as worse. I think it's going lower. You know, I think that oil could go sub $20 a barrel here if we're in this for the long term. Any massive pops on oil, I would short for the short term for sure. Even right now, if oil cut production down down to nothing, we would still have enormous supply because nobody's using it. So that's what I you know, oil is all about supply and demand. We have a lot of supply right now and no demand. So that's all oil is, supply demand. They control it, but now they didn't foresee that we're going to get crushed by a pandemic. They were trying to basically crash the oil market already, and now we have that pandemic, which is the second blow. I mean, you know, that's it. S&P futures just went red. SPY is holding on green, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good, guys. I'm getting ripped a new one on Costco. Costco's down to 301 right now. We'll see. I got my hands in the air like a roller coaster ride. Just if you throw up, don't throw up on the person next to you. You want to throw out the side that no one is sitting on. Just word of advice. Then it goes on the people behind you, not the people that you're riding with. Man, look at this drop on the S&Ps. 24.25 just had a 50-point drop. 50-point drop within 10 minutes. Man, I am so glad I locked my profits. However, I think that I'm a little bit in trouble with Costco right now. but we'll see. We'll see. Costco still holding up on the support here, so we'll see what happens. But we could be in trouble here. Xeon 131 might drop. Yeah, Zoom. I wouldn't mind shorting Zoom a little bit, but we'll see. I'm a little bit hesitant to short stocks that are doing well right now, because people that are doing poorly, they might sell other stocks and flow to these other tickers like Amazon and Zoom. So I don't know. I don't know how crazy it might get. I mean, Zoom may go to 200. The sky is the limit. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can get a bounce back. If Costco can hold 300, I can maybe play defense here, but looking bad. Looking bad. I haven't gotten. This is the risk. If you take a look at this. I only have 172 left on this contract, and this is the risk going into a day. Even though I bought in the money expiration, since we're bleeding so much, I have the potential here of going max loss. Right now, we're still at the support area, so I'm just gonna wait. I would rather, I guess, kind of gamble this $150 left. I would rather lose this $150 and see if we get a bounce and sell right now for this loss, knowing that we're at support. We're at a place of support. Costco's at a place of intraday support here, so I would rather not sell. Like if it bounces here, like if you sell right now and there's only $150 left in the contract and it bounces, you're going to be pissed. So I would, and that's why I locked in my gains in this other area. So I have a little bit of money to play with today. That's why I locked in my gains earlier. So I have a little bit of a cushion to soften this blow if this position goes against me. Right now I'm just waiting. I will defend myself, but right now I'm just seeing where price action is settling in at. Worst case scenario, I'm going to lose another $150 and that's it. And we tried, right? But that's not going to mess up my next trade. That doesn't mean, so that's why I collect my profits. I redeploy my capital. If a trade goes this bad like this and you only have $100 left, I just write it out. I'll gamble that $100 and I'll write it out. I won't take it off. You weren't kidding about liquidity, having difficulty closing my spread. Yeah, like no joke. If you're trading spreads right now, stick to liquid. Apple, SPY, ES. People are like, you guys only trade 2 tickers. That's because that's the only thing we are allowed to trade right now. This chat only trades a couple tickers because we can't trade what we used to trade before. I used to trade a whole, 6 months ago, I would trade a whole lot of stocks. I was trading Home Depot, I was trading all this stuff, trading earnings, I've traded every stock pretty much that is somewhat liquid. But now in this liquidity, you can't do it. To protect your account, you gotta stick with the most highly liquid stocks, which is SPY, Apple, those kind of things. I mean, even Amazon. If you look at Amazon, it's a little rocky. Amazon spreads. I mean, Amazon liquidity wasn't that great to begin with, but Amazon spreads. I mean, if we're looking at today's expiration, I mean, $4 wide. Amazon's not that bad actually for the price that it's at, but it's dangerous. On SPY we're used to getting like five points or less, and now we're getting 5 cents or less, and now we're getting like 20 cents. Sometimes it's gone up to like 80 cents a dollar when things get crazy on SPY. Right now it's 10 cents, which is decent, but yesterday it was like 40 cents. Bid ask on calls. Right now it's like 10 cents. So the market makers are adjusting. So I like that the market makers are tightening this up. They're adjusting to this. However, it's going to get harder to make money in the market. Don't get greedy. If you've had a few 500 to 1,000 point wins, don't expect that to continue. So we'll see what happens here, guys. I'll post my profits or loss in the Discord if you guys want to join over. I'm going to hop off here. Stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd. Stay safe. Seriously.